Hello guys, Jackson here. Ah, I feel like being American today, for some reason. Maybe it's the subway I had earlier. But anyway, today's tutorial, well, the first tutorial that DevineArts is ever doing, is basically gonna be the first of a series. Yay! Everyone's doing series nowadays, so thought, why don't we start one? So basically, we're gonna have two series. I'm gonna have mine, which will be involving like Photoshop, After Effects, and Cinema 4D, and Protoflux is doing his, which is After Effects. I think mainly. I don't know if he's doing Photoshop. He's gonna be doing like color adjustments and color corrections and color curves and all that stuff. So basically, to tell you what I'm doing, in today's tutorial we'll be starting one part of 6 parts that will result in one final image. So that final image will be done in about 2 weeks. I think it's going to take 2 weeks or a week and a half. So you need to watch every tutorial to get that final image. So in today's tutorial we will be creating something like this. It's quite simple. Basically it's just a vignette around an image. I'll show you the original image. This is the original image. And then create something similar to this, cut a slight vignette. And then we have like sort of the background is quite blurred. As you can see, that's unblurred, blurred, unblurred, blurred. But as you can see, this stays unblurred all the time. So it sort of looks like this is in the center of attention, like you're focusing on that. You know, like if you put your finger in front of your eye, then sort of everything in the background goes blurry. It's sort of that effect, kinda. So basically, what you want to do first of all, you want to go into After Effects. You don't have to go into After Effects, but this is one of the easiest ways. New composition, doesn't really matter about the settings. File, import, files, get your original picture, which I can't remember where I saved it. I think it's stuff. Yeah, here it is. Bring this into your composition. It will probably be too big, so I just adjust it. Alright, now you've got that. Now you want to right click, new, solid. Make sure it's a black solid. It can be any other colour that you want, but black works best, as they say. Alright, now you want to go to, now you've got this, you want to go to the ellipse tool. It'll probably be, by default, it'll probably be on rectangle. So I'll just go to ellipse and then double click it. Go down to mask, check inverted. Now click this arrow to scroll down. Go to mask feather, bring that up. I usually bring it to about 350 or 400 or something like that. And then you can change the opacity to about 50 in the 50s. That generally works best. So now you've got that sort of effect. I want to change the colours a little bit. I want to make it a bit more gloomy than the weather already is in England. So you want to go to effect, colour correction, curves. Now on this line, most of you will probably know, but for those who don't, as I said, these are going to be simple tutorials. This controls like how dark it is. If you bring it down, it makes it darker. If you bring it up, it makes it lighter. So I want it to be fairly dark, not that dark, sort of that colour. And I want to make it a little bit blue. I want to highlight the blues a bit more, you know, like in the sky. So you just go to channel, change from RGB to blue, and then probably in the center, just bring that up a tiny bit more, sort of like that. As you can see, it has changed slightly. Alright, so now that you've done all that, what you want to do, instead of going composition, add to render queue and then doing all that, you can actually just go to well, you click composition, save frame as, and you can save it as Photoshop layers, which you'll save it as black solid 2 and a p114046.jpg, or you can just save it as a file, and then it will be in a Photoshop state, like a PSD state, but it will just be one layer, all compressed into one. And just look, you can see how many times I've failed. So I might as well call this tutorial number 4. Hopefully this is the last one. Then click render. That massive ugly sound. Alright, so you go file. What am I doing? Open. Tutorial number 4. So you can sort of see we've still got the quality and everything. The blue's a bit more tinted. So to get the center of attention look, you Control and J to duplicate the layer, or you can right click and duplicate. Now on this one I want you to go filter, blur, and then Gaussian blur, that one right there. Change it to about 1. Nothing more than 1, otherwise it just looks odd, it just doesn't look natural at all. So you've got one that's blurred, one that ain't, so you can see the difference there. Now go onto this, and what I want you to do, I'm not going to do it to save time, but get a reasonably sized brush with preferably full hardness, and just rub out all that on whatever you want to be unblurred, you know, like, so you can see that the layer underneath it, you can see it slightly already, but I'm not going to do it all to save time, so it's sort of like that. And then you should end up with something like this, like these, all these have done that effect. This is the best one, that's what you should get. So in the next tutorial I'll be showing you how to include some 3D text here, sort of like coming out of this bush, so it's coming over the shed. Maybe add some shadows on here from that actual layer, and I'll be bringing it in as an actual Photoshop layer, not an image and then you have to green screen or go on the lasso tool just to save time really. So yeah, basically that's the end of this tutorial. Hope you liked it. Please subscribe if you haven't. Bye.